Now, let me remind you again. This incident occurred in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Not in some inner-city school in Chicago or Los Angeles or New York City or Newark, New Jersey or some other location. But no, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And I took a little visit to their website, and that is for the Parkland High School. And the principal, by the way, his name is Noel Keener. Noel Keener, K-E-E-N-E-R, Noel Keener. And as I look at the website for this particular high school, they're just so proud of all the great stuff that they accomplished. It's basically a PR website to blow smoke at the parents so they don't really know what's going on in their school. People like Tammy Johnson, assistant principal, everything's fine here, nothing to see here, move on. Noel Keener. Oh, we take these incidents very seriously. No, you don't. If you did, you would never have had an incident like this. I bet this goes on more than you'll ever want to admit it, and it's happening during your watch. Now, I've sent an email to Noel Keener. By the way, if you'd like to ask what's going on there, his email address is pretty easy. N.P. Keener. Keener spelled K-E-E-N-E-R, N.P. Keener, at WSFCS.K12.NC.US. Now, or you can just look up. It's really, really easy. You can just look up their website address. Parkland High School, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And if you look for faculty and under the K's, Keener, you can get his email address. And the email I asked is to comment on what has your investigation done. And please do not say you cannot comment because you've already commented. And anything less is just trying to hide the facts. I'm getting sick and tired of these school districts trying to bamboozle the parents into thinking that our school is just so good. We're just so accepting and wonderful here at our school. Even though our kids can't read, and teachers get slapped by people wearing hoodies who curse and do it with impunity. How could this child, what kind of parents does this child have? And you're going to tell me this kid got all the way to high school and this just suddenly happened out of nowhere? Yeah, if you believe that, I got a bridge for sale in Brooklyn and some great oceanfront property in Arizona. This garbage has been going on for quite a while. And they know it. And all these leeches and vermin that run these schools ever do is beg for more money, more programs, more this, more that. And the school testing scores keep going down, down, down. Discipline is a problem. And people like this particular student you just heard, they just roam the halls free. And you know, the sheriff's office, well, we're investigating. Yeah, you're too politically... I'm sorry. I don't think the sheriff's office there any longer is really a credible office like it used to be. They become woke and they have become compromised in order to be politically savvy. If they really were doing their job, I want to see the arrest report. I want to see the behind the bars picture of this student. No student should be allowed to physically assault a teacher and slap her and curse at her and laugh, wear a hoodie inside of the school. This is why I think we've hit that point of no return. This kind of nonsense is happening not just in the inner city schools where we knew we had troubles 50 years ago. It is going mainstream across the nation, even in some small town communities. Because states in particular, if you're a small town conservative community in a blue state like Oregon or Illinois, you're going to get no help from your government. It's your state that is encouraging this horrific behavior. We are run by reprobates, And I say that a lot on this radio program, and I have no compunction to change that line because it's true. We are run by reprobates, perverts, sick individuals, people that only care about themselves and their income. They don't care about your kids. They didn't care about your kids during COVID. They just wanted to stay at home. Teach on Zoom, never come back. Oh, it's too dangerous. Your child is going to kill me with COVID. Oh, we knew it was a lie. But they all believed it. Schools are basically sewers, intellectual sewers these days. And that's why I encourage parents all the time. Get your kids out of the public school. Oh, Bob, I can't afford. Let me ask you a question. What's more important, your child or a bigger house? Your child or a newer car? Your child or that extra vacation? What's more important? Apparently for some it's the vacation, the car, and the house. I see it all the time. Or it's too much work, or it's too much this, too much... Your children are an investment. And you are charged by Almighty God in the upbringing of that child. Train up a child in the way he should go. That child that was slapping a teacher obviously has awful parents. I would venture to say, and I could make a safe bet, single mother home. I would put money on it. Do you think? You think that... I'm sorry, Lyndon Johnson is probably burning in hell because of what he did to the United States in the Great Society. I'm saying this seriously. He single-handedly destroyed the black community, the black family, in an effort to turn them into political pawns and ever more dependent. I can't even play the audio clip of Lyndon Johnson talking to a Democrat senator on why they should vote for Lyndon Johnson's Great Society and plan for the black community. I can't even use the words that he used, but it pretty much said in so many not-so-polite words that will get them to vote for Democrats for the next 200 years. And he implied that they're too stupid to know they're being put back into slavery. I've used this term before, and I make no compunction about it at all. I have no embarrassment. Lyndon Johnson was trying to put the inner city blacks and the impoverished blacks back on the Democrat plantation to be their slaves at voting time. Yeah, keep voting for us, and we'll keep sending you money and welfare checks and food stamps and whatever. And then the policies were pretty much discouraging fathers at home. I really believe it was a demonically inspired effort to destroy the black community. And if you don't think that demons, there's kind of a sense of humor in demons too. Most abortions occur in the black community, way out of percentage to any other race in the United States. I'm just saying. Margaret Sanger hated the blacks. Like she couldn't stand them. She wanted them eliminated. And that's why Planned Parenthood put in all their centers in black communities to stop them from getting a larger population. Her goal was to just eliminate them. And now you've got blacks and whites running around that are now so consumed by the love of Satan in their heart.
Oh, Jesus, come on.
More abortion clinics, and they, it used to be, it was just in the first weeks and then months, and now up until birth or even after. I mean, Gavin Newsom, God forbid he becomes the president. I really believe if Gavin Newsom becomes president, and, they knock Biden out of the box, for whatever reason, which is possible. I still hold that out as a possibility.
Here we go.
Then God's judgment will be upon us, and you better be preparing for what will come next. And if you're counting on the rapture to get you out of something like that, don't be so quick to believe that is going to be your escape hatch. I know all of my listeners believe in it. I absolutely do not. It never has been believed by the church before. It is suspect in its origin.
Wow, this guy is really...
If you want to believe it, go for it. You're welcome to, but I do not.
He don't believe in God and all this other stuff. The God's coming again. And he's saying he don't believe in that. Well, he's in trouble. Feel sorry for this guy.
Up until the 1830s. And then somehow it got into the Schofield Notes, and it became dogma within certain Christian groups, and I thoroughly reject it as unscriptural, unfounded, and ridiculous. If that was the case, there'd be no need to warn us about the terrible things to come. There would be very clear in the Bible that St. Paul would say, you know, fear not, because you're not, hey, all this bad stuff, you're never going to see it anyway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We got another Rick Wells here. Another one.
And let's understand, we may not be coming into the Great Tribulation, but a period of...
Put it this way, this world's corrupted.
You know, we got to remember
schools, the world, everything.
Times. The folks living in Poland in 1939 thought this was Armageddon in the end. Nagasaki, when that bomb dropped. You can go all throughout history, the Black Plague. There have been times of incredible tribulation. Destructive. I mean, we could have an EMP attack in the United States and our lights out for a year. I think that would qualify as some intense tribulation, but it may not even be the Great Tribulation.
Here's another bullshit thing, the EMP thing.
Our schools have failed us, our politicians are failures, and half of them are more corrupt. Sorry, they are. I don't trust any of them. I mean, even some of the Republicans, I just don't trust them.
I don't trust this guy, period. It sounds like another Rick Wells idiot.
To be trustworthy. I mean, if we really had...
How does this guy wipe his ass and how's he wipe his ass and sit down and flush? This guy's an idiot.
We have a Republican majority in the House. However slim it is, we are still adding basically $1 trillion every 90 days or so to the American debt. We'll never be able to pay it.
Yeah, we're screwed.
And then we have political persecution of Donald Trump. I'm going to give you a little primer in just a couple of moments on what I think that is all about. I want to take a break. Take the break early.
Yeah, take your break and take a shit and wipe your ass. Get the hell off the radio.
About that trial in New York, so to kind of give you a cheat sheet, so to speak. Because I don't think most people understand the history of this particular case and how farcical it is. I'm going to tell you this.
Farcical. Very farcical.
An idiot and a stain on justice.
Farcical. Farcical.
Morons and clowns and Fannie Willis is just in the same
yeah, he's a clown.
class with these morons.
Clown act.
Law licenses burned, the schools they went to sued, and they should be put out in the streets for ridicule and laughter for being idiots. There is no justice left in America. There's a reason that we're coming to that point of no return. We can't even count on the courts anymore. Our courts have become political tools, just like under Stalin and Hitler and any other despot in history. I mean, there's probably a better justice system in North Korea than there is in New York City right now.
Oh, Jesus, God, here we go.
You've got these maggots out there. I'm sorry, but that's what they are. They're just maggots.
Yeah.
Maggots, just corrupting the justice system and destroying it to put you into fear.
This guy's bigler, blugger brain. Burger blasted. Burger.
That's why I want you to understand. We are on shortwave radio because it's really hard to block this signal or have Google or some other agency or high-tech thing cut it off. We are still functioning as a podcast, but you never know. That day, we could watch our audience decide because somebody in a big tech thing has minimized the reach. We need to stay in front. We are on WTWW. I'm excited, I'm thrilled, and I couldn't be happier. And you're beginning to come through. But I really need between now and the end of this month. We've only got, 2 weeks? A little under 2 weeks. And then we have to pay for another month. We just barely got through. So if you believe in our mission and ministry, would you visit the website Truth, number2ponder.com, Truth, number2ponder.com. Or make a check or money order payable to Ancient Word Radio. Ancient Word Radio. Post Office Box 510. Post Office Box 510. Chilhowie, 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 Virginia. Zip code 24319. Once again.
You ain't giving you shit, buddy. I gotta pay for listening to this idiot for his broadcast, his nonsense baloney that we already know.
And I'll give you my thoughts on the farcical trial, farcical judge.
My thoughts is you're just nothing but a money-mongering bastard. That's all you are.
A miscarriage of justice really looks like, and how low this country has sunk, and how the Empire State of New York has stood in the face of Lady Justice. This is truth to ponder.
Yeah.
Heaven to receive.
Shalom Alechem. This is John, a nice Jewish boy, bringing you the riches of your Jewish roots in Jesus.
Oh God! I tell you, another nitwit, just like Rick Wells. 73s, guys. This is the world news, rotten like a rotten egg.